Hello, we're live. What's going on, everybody? Thank you for joining us this evening. We hope you guys are ready for a jammed-packed show. So today we're going to go over a few things that we have sold recently on all of the platforms. So we're going to start out with Etsy, just because a lot of times so far people have been asking us questions about glass and China and stuff like that. So we think that if I show you guys what is actually selling, it probably will make things a little bit easier for you to understand what to look for when you guys are out and about. And then, as you know, we have started our expansion onto other platforms and other items. So we're going to show you how that's going so far. We're going to talk a little bit about my Mercari debacle.
Oh my gosh. It's just a travesty, guys. It's just so sad.
Josie has on a ring pop since everybody was asking me to get her a ring.
Got this one on my own.
I put a ring on it.
No, he didn't even give me this one. I went out and I bought it myself. Okay.
So yeah, we're gonna go through how things are going on our other platforms. Then we're gonna show you guys a little bit. We picked up a couple of things yesterday.
Not a couple. It's a lot.
No, it wasn't. We picked up like 5 things. We stopped in a thrift store.
I felt like it was a lot.
I know it did, but it wasn't. So we picked up a couple of things. I'm going to show you guys that we picked up in Virginia yesterday on the way to our uncle's house. And then after that, we're going to do a quick little crash course in Pyrex 101 to kind of get you guys a little bit going on. So let's go ahead and say hello to a bunch of people. First in the chat, More Income. What's going on, brother? Burgundy Sells. Shout out to him. He just cracked 100 subscribers.
Wow.
So the one and only Tracy from Uniquely Me. So my mom wanted me to make sure I said hello. And I did it in the chat, but I'm gonna say it, live on the air. So she wanted to make sure I said hello to you. Who else we got in the chat right now? Hello, Joni. Hello, Jennifer Hayes. Hello. Patty's in the building. Dwayne is in the building. Susie's in the building. Mr. Buys a Lot, my man, 50 grand. Who else we got in the building? Obviously, it's the camera angle is a little bad. You both have to move 2.5 feet to the left. Are you trying to get me out of the screen, Tommy?
Oh, that's so messed up.
Oh man. So yeah. So hello, people coming from Australia. What's going on? My man Cernock. I bought a couple of pieces to show to Cernock. I already sent him a instant DM about the first piece. So thank you. Oh, and we have Maria Martinez live from.
Thanks, Mom. So sweet of you. Yes, you taught me well.
So, and my man Kent Dangle in the building. Kent Dangle, show the ring. See, finally got the ring.
It's a big one. Look at the carrots on this one.
My man Dapper Tiger in the building. Froggy Flips is in the building. Nice. So yeah, we got a bunch of people. Bum Crack Picker, my man.
Love your name.
Rob and Lisa in the building.
That's good.
All right. So now that we've gotten through to a couple of hellos, we're gonna go ahead and jump right into what's sold on Etsy. So this is my first time kind of like fandangling the screen and everything like that. So I'm gonna try and see if I get this right. We're gonna try and do this. We're gonna go through what has sold on Etsy. All right. So
share screen.
Bung.
Don't show these tips again. Show.
All right.
All right. Chrome tab. And then you choose the tab.
But there's so many of them.
Let's go through the list.
Bung. I'm just gonna do this.
Okay.
All right. This is not working, is it? Oh, there we go. All right. So my shirt is pretty crazy, right? It's like all the way crazy. All right. So first up, that's sold on Etsy. As you guys can see here, Vaseline glass. This is not necessarily super old, but it is a gorgeous, and this is a glowing, obviously, in the black light. But here you see it has like this iridescent carnival glass going on. And it's got the lambs. These were children's Vaseline glass spooner and covered butter dish, and this actually sold for $56.52 after shipping. So I listed it at $34.99, and you can see it's a really nice piece there.
I remember when we got that.
Yes,
That was a while back.
it was.
Wow.
We got this on Tommy. We was in this little town near Delaware, but it was in Maryland. I want to say it was called Northeast Maryland, something like that. But we got it at an antique shop, and it was like the booth was 50% off. So that was a great buy. Now, some of this stuff, I've had for a while. So I've had this for probably what, 5 months?
No, longer than that.
You think so?
Oh, absolutely. It's close to a year.
Yeah. So next up is this bad boy right here. So anytime you guys see cocktail shakers, especially like ones that have designs on them, mid-century modern stuff, these things sell like crazy for me. I've sold 90% of the cocktail shakers I've gotten over time, and people pay good money for these. This one we got. How much did we get for this? I had this one listed at $29.99. So I paid $5 for it. So a nice little flip right there. Next up is this bad boy right here.
Oh, it's gone.
Well, I have another one of this too. So these were actually made by a couple of different glass companies, specifically Blanco Glass and Kanawa Glass Company. So this is like a double spouted. It has like that dimple pushed in the middle picture right here. And these get good money. Depending upon the color is going to determine the value of these. So this one right here, we got this one was listed at $49.99. So really nice piece. Good stuff to find. If you ever see those, can I remove the banner? How do I do that? How do I remove the banner?
Maybe this way. Do that.
Ooh. Now she's the banner. All right. Bear with me, guys. Hide. Comments. Just hit comment again on the comment.
Oh, well, you removed it.
Okay, so we're good now then. All right. Sorry about that, guys. All right. So next up is going to be Pyrex. So this is typically a very easy to find pattern. This is known as spring blossom or crazy daisies, as some people call it. This was the Cinderella round casserole 472. I will only pick these up now if I find them at a really, really cheap price, just because they don't really fetch as much money. Like this one was only $10. I typically sell my Pyrex at a reasonably good price though too, just because it's not very you know, I want to get rid of the Pyrex sometimes because it's just so much of it that I have, and we sell quite a bit, obviously. So that's sold for $9.99 plus shipping. But yeah, if you see this pattern, I would typically only buy it if it's very, very cheap. And we'll go through some of those patterns when we go over the Pyrex stuff in a little bit. Next up, this stuff right here is super hot right now. I have sold maybe 10, I probably sold 10 pieces of this throughout time, but within the last couple of weeks, I've sold a bowl, I've sold a plate. These are like little coasters. So if you guys see this stuff right now, I mean, I have no explanation as to why, but this stuff is on fire. And this is the signature right here that you'll see that you want to look for. Any MA Hadley right now is just selling like hotcakes. So I definitely recommend trying to find that stuff. Next up, we have some more Vaseline glass. This right here is a glass slipper. So as you can see, this is a pattern. Is going to be a very like a pattern you'll see a lot of in the EAPG, which is Early American Press glass. It is called Daisy and Button. And you'll see these slippers in a million different colors, designs, patterns, everything like that. They were made as early as the 1800s and all the way up until, you know, I guess people still make them into the 70s and 80s. But this is a beautiful Vaseline glass, no laces, as you can see. Like I said, this is kind of a hard piece to attribute to a particular glass maker, but sometimes if you really get into the details, you can tell just upon like little the way that the bottom of the shoe might be, you know, the way that it's cut like that. But these pieces are really nice to find. This one had a chip on it too, and it's still sold for $20. So as you can see, it had like a little bit of a piece missing there on the bottom of the shoe. All right. So next up, more Pyrex. So this is what you call a promotional piece. This is from the 1950s. It's an oval casserole. And it came with the lid. The lid was a little damaged, but as you can see, the print on the actual Pyrex bowl, like the pattern itself, is really in good condition, which is what you want to look for when it comes to patterns. Because if there's any sort of damage on the pattern, it really makes it very difficult to sell. This piece right here sold for $29.99. And you can see I showed the chips in the lids too, just because it's important to let people know. You can see it right there. All right. Next up is Wade. So we love this stuff. It's not always the quickest sell, but this is Irish pottery. I'm sure a lot of you have probably heard of Wade before. We got really lucky one time at an estate sale.
Very lucky.
Yeah, and these people they were just trying to get rid of stuff.
So I will say that we filled up a whole box.
Multiple boxes.
Well, I had one box, you had one box.
Yeah.
But we walked away with a lot of Wade, but one thing that we didn't walk away with, what was really sad, the
Budweiser clock. I was going to buy the Budweiser clock, and then the guy was like, oh, no, that's not for sale. I'm supposed to, you know, that's supposed to be coming home with me, like one of the brothers of the person who was running the estate sale. And I was like, all right, well, I already paid for it. So he paid me money back. More than what I paid for it originally. Yeah. So like in the end, we ended up getting like 50 pieces, and it was like $1, $2 a piece in the end. Yeah, it was a crazy deal.
Tons of Wade.
These will come in all different shapes, sizes, different style pieces, but you can see it has the marking down here, made in Ireland, Irish porcelain. Sometimes it'll actually say Wade on there. And this actually sold for these sold for $19.99. Next up, we have more Pyrex. So I don't know what's going on with this pattern and this bowl specifically, but I have sold 3 within the last. I sold 1 a week for the last 3 weeks. This is the Homestead pattern. This is a round mixing bowl 402. Doesn't really sell for much, but it's been selling really fast, which is always a good thing. And this one sold for $10. So once again, if you can get these for like $1, $2, it's definitely worth it. It's not the most valuable Pyrex, but it seems to be a very hot seller right now. So yeah, so that one was a good one too. And these are all sales from the weekend. This is a really interesting piece. This is a custard glass. It's a German serenade. It has like a little bit of a green tint to it, and it's kind of difficult to see, but it actually has like German words inscribed on it too. This had a little bit of damage on it. We picked this up at a flea market I was set up at. I did a walk around and I bought it for $10. And I think I didn't realize that it had this damage right here when I bought it. You know, sometimes that just kind of happens. It's not easy to see these things.
Or we get too excited.
Yes, that happens. But I picked this up for $10 and it sold for $20. So, you know, it took a little while, but it's a small piece and it's just really, really, I thought it was just super cool. Obviously, I like anything that glows. More uranium glass. So these are just your kind of basic depression glass, berry bowls, dessert bowls. And I sold this set of 3, and that sold for this went for $20 for these 3 glasses. So I mean, a lot of this depression glass, something like this, you could probably find at a yard sale for 50 cents a bowl, or $1 for the 3. So in my opinion, if you're getting it, can find it at that sort of price, it's totally worth it to buy and flip, because, you know, and this one even had a chip in it and it's still sold. So you can totally buy that stuff. This Barbie doll. Let me tell you, my parents used to collect Barbie dolls back in the day. So like I had all these Barbie dolls left over. These might have been one of the first things I posted on Etsy. So they're selling at a very slow pace, as you can tell. But I mean, this is still in the box, good condition. You could tell this is one of the first things I listed just because of how bad the picture is and the fact that there's only one picture on there. But this sold for $25. So I'm not really mad at that. And next up, we have this little transistor radio from the 1960s, and it's made by Real Tone. And this I have had for a little while, and it doesn't really work. I mean, you get static, but it doesn't really pick up stations. But I listed it anyways, you know, just because it was old and cool. I mean, somebody might actually use that for some sort of decor piece. And this sold for $30. So I can't be mad at that at all. All right. Now we have some other just regular green glass. This is really nice texture on the cup and saucer, as you can see, like from these pictures. I thought these would sell a lot faster. They're really cool in my opinion, but they took a little time to sell. But I paid maybe $1, $2 for those, and those sold for $25. So that's a nice little buy there too. Then some more uranium glass. This one is like a footed pedestal bowl. And it's got some nice etching to the glass right there, as you can see. And this is another piece that like you could probably find for a pretty good price at the thrift store or at an estate sale or at a yard sale. But I got good money for this piece. This sold for
I like this song.
I know, because like it doesn't show you how much it sold for on there.
Because it's sold, right?
So I gotta look at the listing on here.
Yeah.
And this sold for $30. So once again, nice little profit on that. And then the last thing that we're gonna look at right now is that's it. So that's everything that's sold from like Friday till today, on Etsy. So now I want to. Bam, we're back. All right, so there's 50 people in the chat. I'm sorry if I missed any questions because I know it's hard to see this this screen and the other screen while I'm on there, which makes it a little bit yes, please, let's all subscribe to Mel's channel. Yes. She's so close to 1,000, so I want to show her some love. Like, we were chatting a little bit back and forth on Instagram today because I gave her some shout outs on my Instagram story. So if you're in here and you're not subscribed to Mel back from Burnout, please do so. She's a great channel all the way in Australia, shows a lot of love. So thank you, Bumcrack, for dropping that link in there. So yeah, if anybody has any other questions, please just let me know if you have any questions about all that crazy stuff that we just sold. The creepy eyes are back. Oh, my shirt. It's rad. Like, if you look at it, it's like a whole like face, right? Can you guys see that?
Okay, babe.
I mean, I like crazy shirts for sure. That's just like one of my things. So I guess now I can tell you guys really quickly about what happened on Mercari.
Oh gosh.
Okay, so
no, take your time. It's not a quick story.
It is a quick story.
It's a really sad story.
No
details.
All right, so I'm an idiot.
No, don't say that.
Well, we
didn't know.
I mean, I should have known. Okay, so what happened is in all of my listings on everything that I do, I typically put my Instagram handles and my YouTube channel on like all my listings on all the platforms. And, you know, on all my Instagrams, I put all my links to everything else because I'm just trying to do this whole big circle of marketing.
Yeah.
But apparently that is a
big no-no.
Big no-no. So I had got an email from Mercari that one of my listings had been taken down because of not abiding by the policies. And then I went back and I was like, oh, I wonder what that's for. And I remember it happening to Cernoc. And so I was kind of like, dang, I already knew in my head what it was. And I was like, I hit up Cernoc and I'm like, Cernoc, did you get your listings back? Because I know that he got his listings put back on.
Right, but not everyone gets
their listings back. So I basically had I had 100+ listings on Mercari, and all of them gotten taken down. And even my profile picture got taken down. So I like called them. I sent them messages. They were like, you know, you broke the policy. I'm like, yeah, no, I understand that, but it was a mistake. I wasn't trying to like sell outside the platform, but they weren't having it. So I lost all of my listings. So now I've just been, as I'm listing new things on List Perfectly, I've been cross-posting them to Mercari. So just kind of like starting over. And eventually I'm going to try to do the bulk cross listing on the beta version of List Perfectly to try and get everything back up that I already had on there. But I mean, it was like 100 some listings, and you know, I've made I had just sold 3 items on Mercari before that happened. So it kind of was like a blower because the steam was gone. But you know, it is what it is. It's a learning process. So then I'm in the chat, I'm talking to people about what happened, and I'm like, so what about eBay? And then Tommy is like, oh no, that's no good. So I was like, all right. So I spent the whole night. It didn't take me that long. It took me a couple hours, but it was in the middle of the night because that's when I realized it. So I had to go back on eBay and edit like 265 listings.
Yeah, I was asleep though.
Yeah, so I had to edit 265 listings on eBay and take out all of my like YouTube links, my Instagram links. But it is a
learning experience,
a lesson learned. So that's what that is. So we're kind of back. Yo, my man Chris is in the building. if you guys haven't checked out the Canadians, they do a show called the Canadian Roundtable on Chris's channel, Jody's channel, and Cliff's channel. So you guys should definitely check them out. Cernox says, I'm going to be in Mercari detention. I didn't have sales for about 2 weeks. It's all good. But also, don't post food on Mercari. I guess they don't like food either.
Really?
Mercari's a little stiff, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
But yeah, so on Mercari I had sold two sets of Legos, a sealed 10-pack of Topps baseball cards. I sold one piece of glass on there, jadeite bowl, and then a VCR. I sold a VCR on there, and I think that's about it. And so we got Mercari is in that state right now. Yeah, no, don't worry. I get that all the time too, Tim.
So yeah, I do. I'm sorry.
Shout out Swamp Pickers in the building. Shout out to Swamp Picker. We got 57 people in here, man.
Nice.
Love y'all. Y'all got all that support.
Love it.
So on to some of the other platforms. We're going to show you guys some of our expansion real fast. Let's do this really quick. We're going to share the screen. All right.
You have to click on it.
All right. So shout out to Tommy and Cernox for getting me onto Grailed. Grailed has been pretty good to me lately. Mm-hmm. So I've made a few sales. This was my first sale on Grailed. This was a single stitch Bill Clinton shirt and made in the USA. And that sold for $45. Next up was this vintage St. Louis Rams. Cernox said I was going to have trouble selling this.
Oh, no, of course not.
But it was gone. I sold that for $29. Next up is, this was a vintage Jacksonville Jaguars sweatshirt, Lee. That sold for $29. This was one of my first retail arbitrage sales. So I got these cleats on clearance at Marshall's for $20, and they sold for $70. Then I sold this New York Islanders hat. This was a snapback old NHL hat, and that sold for $15. I think I took an offer on that from somebody. And then what was next? This hat sold. This was a Nightmare Before Christmas snapback hat, new with tags.
Wasn't that an international?
Yeah, this one got shipped to Germany, but pirate ship symbol export rate $15. So it was like a $20, like $18 profit. Josie and I picked this up for $1 at the Opportunity Shop.
Yep.
And then this sold early this morning. I already shipped it out.
So nice.
These are a trio of cufflinks and tie clip revolvers, and these sold for $21. So that's how Grail has been going so far. As you guys can see, Grail is like, one of those things that we're kind of just working through, but we are trying our best. 2 unpaid sales. Yeah, I'm waiting for them to finish rolling out the complete version of the binding offer thing. I was telling Cernox the other day I got one, and I was like, dang, it's already rolled out. But then I got 2 other offers, and both people flaked. And I was like, when are they gonna be completely rolling out the sheet of binding offers? That would be a huge help. So hopefully they'll be working on that soon.
But it's really annoying the fact that people are able to
It is
just get these items that they don't really plan on paying for.
Yeah, and
you'd have to wait on it. And same idea with eBay. It drives me crazy.
Yeah, well, yeah, that gets
it drives me crazy.
I'm always telling Josie I'm waiting on the payment.
He's like, oh, this sold, but I'm just waiting for the money. I'm like, technically it hasn't sold yet.
Oh, right now I'm checking out this mid-century modern.
Is it Blendo? What is this?
It's not. I don't think it's Blendo. It might be Blendo, but that's definitely super mid-century modern. It's a dope set. Did you list that already, Mr. Buys a Lot? I have to let me know. No, this is not Phil Collins shirt, although that'd be pretty sick. So that's where we are right now as far as the Grailed goes. So then the other like new thing that we're starting is Poshmark. So I'm going to go ahead and show you guys my Poshmark, my very limited Poshmark sales. I've only sold 4 things on Poshmark so far. And I got my really first like crazy lowball offer on Poshmark today. So somebody bundled all these soccer jerseys I have, and the total of the bundle was $139, right? Mm-hmm. This guy offered me $45. I was like, you're crazy, bro. And what kills me on the Poshmark, when you send the offers, you can't send a message with the offer. Because like I would want to be like, I would send some sort of message with my counter offer. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Heck no.
But so I countered back from his what was it? It was, what did I say, 45? And I countered back with $115. And you know what I'm saying? I'm willing to do 20% discounts usually. You know what I'm saying? So I countered back with 115, and then he countered back with 55. So then I countered back with 112, and then he countered back with 65, and then I countered back with 112, and I haven't heard back from him yet. So
I don't think you're gonna hear back from him.
So we'll see how that goes.
That's not going anywhere.
So let me just show you guys really fast. Eversource in Nova. Yeah, we go out to we were in Virginia yesterday, but I don't think it's considered Northern Virginia. Woodbridge. We were in Woodbridge yesterday on our way to Clifton. Yeah. But yeah, sometimes I go to Arlington, Fairfax. It gets a little I'm just really trying to find my way through Virginia because I don't really source out there as much because it's just a pain in the ass, to be honest with you. But I'm always expanding, so I'm trying my best to find other places. Now we are going to look at Poshmark. We just answered that question. All right, so let me show you guys really fast what sold on Poshmark, and then we're going to get to some haul, and then we'll get into Pyrex class. Hope y'all got y'all notebooks and pens. How do you get hold of you? All right. So let's go. So this was the first item I sold on Poshmark. I was dumb-sized. So this is a vintage Bucknell University crewneck sweatshirt. It had this really dope like teal going on in it. It was gear for sports. And this sold for $25. The next item we had sold was this Adidas Tanzania national team soccer jersey. This is like super sick. I love this jersey. I got some Zanzibar jerseys I got to post too. Zanzibar is inside Tanzania, I believe, right? Anybody? No? Joe? Tommy, you're the geography expert. So that sold for $24. The next thing I sold was this NC State made in the USA sweatshirt. It was like embroidered too, so it was really dope. Nice like charcoal gray, and that sold for $35. And then yesterday morning I sold this Cole hat. I sent out an offer to a liker just because I was testing out how that works, and this sold for $18. So, you know, Poshmark is making its way into this stuff. So I'm kind of I know that I got to keep listening and keep like pushing the sharing and all that stuff with Poshmark, but it is good to have all of these outlets that are starting to pick up a little bit of steam, because you can, cash cow is Etsy for me. But, now that I'm full time, I had to really step out of my comfort zone and expand and try different things. And like super helpful people, like Tommy and Tracy, Cernock, a lot of Josh, people have put me on to other channels that have really helped me like learn more, like Becky Park on Poshmark. I watched some of her stuff. Valamilk, I watched some of her stuff. Jody on Poshmark, that's all he sells on. So it's like, just super grateful to be learning, all these different things. I mean, like, because I got a lot of stuff going on in my head. Like, I know what I think is dope. I know Josie, I'd be like, Josie, what you think about this? And Josie will be like, oh yeah. And like, but at the same time, we've made some mistakes on very examining clothes.
Absolutely. I feel like, okay, so
the Prada shirt is
there was
so
a Prada
bad.
shirt that I saw, and I was like, oh my gosh, I found a Prada shirt. But I didn't even give it a second thought to examine it, see if there's any type of like, stains on it. Tim came back to me and he's like, oh babe, there are like stains all over this shirt.
It's so bad.
I don't know if it's gonna come out. And I'm like, it's gonna come out.
And so today I was ironing a shirt, a Brooks Brothers shirt. And like, well, my Dukes, if you're in the chat,
were you ironing?
No. So we had this system set up where like my Dukes got the iron board, right? So my Dukes will iron the shirt.
So, but you said that you were ironing.
That's why I stopped myself.
Okay.
You
I got you, my Dukes. I got you.
Yeah,
I know you.
So my Dukes was ironing. Shout out my Dukes if you're in the chat.
Okay.
And buy a steamer. I know we have a steamer.
I have a steamer myself.
What?
Yeah.
Where?
In my room.
Why you ain't tell me?
I didn't know you needed it.
I've been talking about a steamer. I got some bootleg steamer my sister gave me called the Shark. But I don't know. I never used a steamer before.
I don't think you should, because they're dangerous and you will burn yourself.
Because I like if something's wrinkled, I throw it in the dryer for a couple of minutes and get the wrinkles out.
But the wrinkles don't come out.
But yeah, these are dress shirts now. We're moving into a whole new category of clothes, is the dress shirts.
Yeah.
So we got the dress shirts, and my Dukes is ironing the Brooks Brothers dress shirt.
What happened?
And then all of a sudden I hear one of those because my Dukes she give you these crazy sound effects when she overreacts. And she was like, oh shit. And I was like, what, Mom? And she's like, did you know there was a rip in this? And I was like, nah. And then she's like ironing it. And then I'm like, well, there's nothing we could do with this rip now. And then, so after that, she was like, well, maybe we could tape it and you could wear it. I was like, what? No, I'm not going to tape this. I'm not going to wear duct tape on this dress shirt. So we, I put that in the back to the thrift store pile. With this, I found this Hickey Freeman shirt too, and it's got like cracked buttons and a big stain. And I was just like, man,
it was just too much.
Back to the donation pile.
We were so excited.
Yeah, so
that's what it was.
So that's where we're at with those things. All right, and then now I'm gonna go ahead and just show you guys a couple of little things that sold during on eBay the last couple of days. Just so you guys can like get a whole glimpse of like where all my stuff is being listed and how I'm selling it and stuff like that. So this sold this morning. I went back and forth. Oh, well, shoot. I got to share the screen.
Yeah, I have to share the screen.
My bad. Where are we doing this again? Hold on. Wait. I forgot how to do this already.
Well, maybe we're sharing it already.
Streamyard.com is sharing your screen. Are we full on the screen by ourselves? Okay.
No, click on it. Click outside. Click outside and see if it changes.
Where's my...
Bang. Are you left? TT, can you see our screen?
No. Nah, see? I lost the share screen thing.
So stop screen. Is that it?
Okay.
Okay, we're back in business.
Here we go.
I
All
think.
right. So this sold this morning. I went back and forth with this dude. This was another like lowball like instance. This guy sent me a message and he was offered me $30 on eBay for this.
Are you serious?
Yeah, and I was like, nah. And then I went back and forth. It kept going up and up. But with eBay, I like with the offers, you can send a note in the offer. So I basically, I came down to like $59.99, and I was like, look, unfortunately, this is the lowest I'm willing to take for this item. I hope it helps. And then Tim over the years. And 5 minutes later, he accepted the offer. So this was new in packaging. This is a scientific wireless weather station and atomic clock. I picked this up for a couple of bucks. I'll buy anything that's new in electronics in the packaging. I usually buy. So that sold this morning. Then this sold yesterday. Remote control, full asking price. I have been usually selling about 1 or 2 remote controls a week. I was pretty bad at how many I picked up before, but now I'm picking up the ones that are like I check more thoroughly. But yeah, this one sold for $24.99. And then this finally sold. And this actually sold to somebody in Australia. Shout out to all my people in Australia. I think I showed you guys this before, or you might have seen it on my Instagram. I picked this up at an estate sale. I paid up a little bit for it. I paid $40 for this, but obviously, as you can see, it was well worth it. This sold for $199.99. And then this one right here was a bad buy, kind of, I guess. I mean, I paid $2 a piece for each one, so it was like $4 for the 2. I mean, it sold for $14.99. People were throwing $10 offers at me left and right. And then I picked up a bunch of these, and I have one left. It's a different, not the same. They were all different ones, but they're like these like action figures. They're made by 21st Century Toys. And this one was the Ultimate Soldier Navy SEAL Jungle Ops. And that sold for $29.99. And then Walkman. This Walkman right here, Sony. I tested it. I had to clean some of the battery corrosion out before I tested it, but I also mentioned that in the description. And this sold for $24.99. So that is basically all of our sales. Oh, here comes Ma Dukes is in here.
Oh, yeah?
I never liked ironing. What the fuck? Now I'm ironing men's dress shirts. I love you, Mom. It's okay. It's okay. I didn't curse. Ma Dukes cursed. I said it. But we're okay to curse.
I don't know about that.
This is Monday Night Raw.
Can we curse on YouTube?
Yeah, we gonna curse on YouTube.
You're gonna shut us down.
Oh, we love you, Bob. Thank you for helping me out with the ironing. She's the best. Don't worry. We moved on from the dress shirts. Now I'm gonna learn how to use the steamer on like the things that are non-ironable. Is that a word? Ironable?
I don't think so.
No, I make up words.
Ironable?
Ironable? Non-ironable?
Let's check it. Is that a word?
Ask the Google if ironable is a word. All right. So
it is.
It says, nah, can't curse on the tube.
Thank you.
No, they're being sarcastic.
I don't think so.
Coming from these two. Are the dress shirts selling? I have only listed 2 of them so far. But we are getting to that now. Yeah, I'm gonna be listing them. Which one?
good.
Oh man. All right. They have a swear jar. It works like super chat. All right. So now we're going to show you a couple of quick little things we picked up on Saturday and Sunday.
Yeah.
So first on Saturday night, I was on a listing brigade on Saturday. I was listing all day Saturday. And then like I was like, all right, I finished listing all the things I needed to list, like all these NASCAR things and stuff like that, and some language translators. It's some crazy stuff I picked up. This portable studio mixing. Look, my Dukes, you good. Everybody knows you curse like a sailor. We love you for that. You're a legend. You're allowed to say whatever you want. You're my Dukes. Oh man. So on Saturday, I did all listing all day, and then I knew that I had to start doing the dress shirts, and I was kind of like, I didn't have the motivation. I'm gonna be honest with you, I had a motivation. Mm-hmm. Where were you at on Saturday?
Not with you.
I forget where you was at on Saturday.
I was out with Sarita. It was Sarita's birthday.
Oh yeah, they was getting lit. That was salsa. Chips con salsa night.
Chips con salsa.
So as you guys don't know, we've been on this diet, right?
That my mother has been helping with us. So, I mean, with the diet, because if it wasn't up to her, like we would be eating out constantly, and we'd be eating carbohydrates. So the whole point of our diet
and sugar
sugar especially is to like reduce drastically the amount of carbohydrates and sugars that we intake on a daily basis, so that we can lose weight. So I went out on Saturday with a couple of friends to celebrate a friend's birthday who was turning 31. And after a long night of indulging ourselves in the alcohol, I got hungry. So obviously my go-to is Mexican food.
This is on FaceTime, mind you. Her and Gretzel. I don't know if Gretzel's in the chat.
We love Mexican food. We love to get tacos, burritos.
And I'm sitting here on the phone on the FaceTime, right?
I wanted to call Tim because I felt guilty.
I see chips and I see salsa and I see fingers and jewelry. I'm like, what is going on? I'm like, Josie, what are you eating? She was like, chips con salsa. And I was like, but you're not allowed to eat chips. And then she was like, but what? She's lit. So she's like, it's okay. It's chips con salsa. I was like, what? And then she tried to hit me with the whole okie doke. It's flaxseed. I was like, man, that ain't no flaxseed. That's some Tostitos if I ever seen any.
I like to eat flaxseed chips.
This was not flaxseed chips. Did them little black dots on the chip?
Yes, those are flaxseed.
That don't mean it was Tostitos.
It was good. That's what it was. So I'm back on my diet, and I can't drink alcohol for another week. And
what
were you gonna say?
I was just gonna say, I'm pretty sure I seen you drink a glass of wine last night. It was flaxseed wine.
I had wine because my uncle was, he persuaded me. He kept asking me, and so I just gave in. And
quick pause. Harry Humstone, my man Harry. He just dropped a video. I got the notification. I'm gonna go check it out because I see you got some China. So I'm gonna go check it out, Harry. Sweet. If y'all ain't subscribed to Harry's channel, make sure y'all subscribe to Harry's channel because 2 drink minimum. One of the
my favorite thing to say.
One of the hottest. It's so funny because that's Josie right there. Josie,
I only had 2 drinks.
Josie be lit. I'd be like, Josie, how many drinks you had tonight? 2? I'd be like, oh. I know it was. Did she say 2? You can multiply that by how many times she says 2. So she says I had 2 drinks, but then I'd be like, how many? Then she's like, just 2. So that's 4 times 2. So that means 8 drinks.
Not even. It's not that much. I can't drink 8 drinks.
All right. So we are now that I forget where we started with all that. Where did all that come from? Oh, Saturday.
Yeah.
So then I was like, I need some motivation to start ironing these dress shirts and listing these dress shirts. So what did I do? I got up and I went to the thrift store. because I, get motivation by going to the thrift store. And what did I do?
More like procrastinating.
So then the funniest part is I ended up buying more dress shirts.
I'm so sorry, my dudes, because I know who's working real hard.
But look, we've got
real hard.
We've already so back to the way that we would do it is like, my dukes would iron, and then she'd hand it to me. I'd take, I put on the flat lay on the ground. I'd take the picture, and then I got the folding board. Shout out a lot of Josh, and then I do the folds, make it real nice and neat and clean looking. Mm-hmm. And then after that, I put I don't know what's going on, but I put somebody said something about chips called salsa. How many days a week?
How do you know that?
Because they were live when you came home that other night, lit and wanted to eat salsa and chips in the
Oh
bed.
no!
And I was like, "What's the over under on how many minutes it takes before Josie
It took 6 minutes. Oh man. Oh.
So then after I fold and take the picture on the folding board, we do I take the measurements and then do the picture on the folding board, and then I fold it one more time and I slip it in the plastic bag. I went and got some tubs now, so because the clothes was all over the place, I had to get organized because like I'm crazy. Like organization got to be on point. You know what I'm saying? Don't be giving me that face. So while I was at the thrift store on Saturday night, I came across this golden piece. I already sent it to Cernock, so I'm gonna show y'all real quick. So this is, look at this bad boy.
The best part is
this is like Larry Bird, Kevin McHale, Robert Parrish, 1980s Celtics warm-up jacket. This is like that heavy duty, nylon right here. And as you can see, it was made in the US of A. So these are, I don't really not 100% sure how much I'm going to list it for now. They range in prices. I've seen some go for as much as like $200. But yeah, so I picked that up and I was super stoked. So I sent that to Cernock. Cernock was the first person I sent it to. Anytime I find something dope like clothing, I send it to Cernock. So, that's just, he's my man. And Ken Daigle says start high. Well, you already know. I'm going to go high. I feel like the Space Jam. I don't know if y'all remember Space Jam soundtrack. Hit 'em high, hit 'em low, hit 'em high, hit 'em high. Na, 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 na. Y'all don't remember that song?
I remember the movie. I don't remember that song.
Oh, the Space Jam soundtrack was legit. Is that a big stain I see? Nah, no stain.
Oh, no.
No stain. Don't be scaring me like that.
I hope not. Oh,
nah, it's probably a shadow. And finish higher, Kent Daigle says. I love me some Kent, man. Funniest man on YouTube. All right. So
what's next?
Now we're going to show y'all a couple other little things we picked up on Sunday. All right. So we
did really well, didn't we?
I got some more of these. I love the electronics in the packaging. This is a Walkman with the headphones, and this was half off.
Can we just? My mom is so freaking for it. Did you know what she just asked us? Did you hear what she said?
I thought she said Pac-Man.
She asked me if this was a Pac-Man. Mom, Walkman.
Okay. So this was $4.50. It's not like it's a job like a bootleg brand, Jensen. It's not like a Sony or nothing like that. No. But the comps on it were like, anywhere from like 14 to 24. So I'm gonna start high, like Ken said, $24.99 for this right here. So I paid $4.50 for it. So we'll see how that goes.
Okay.
Now, next up.
Yeah,
you take that. I think these things are really popular. The cats.
The cat.
Cat? Tell me about this, Cernock. This is a cat Yeah. So this was $2. So this is a nice little. Is that a Tonkin? Nah, it's made by Cat. It's a cat hat made by Cat. Yeah. You got to mod the sound, get that amplifier going. So this is a good buy, right? This is in like brand new condition. I don't even got to wash this. No oxy soaking. Got the little Cat metal joint on the back. Cat diesel power patch.
I don't think I want to hear Cat again.
So I saw some crazy comps on that hat.
For how much?
I saw a couple for like $25 to $39.
We got it for how much?
$2. Good. I mean, it's not like an old school joint, but it's Cat. It's good, right?
Okay.
That's what I mean. Cernak is the judge. He says Cat is good. Gato es bueno. Translation. All right. Next up. I like to buy shoes that I think are fly. I love this when I pick things up and boom, come back in the screen like that. That's fun for me.
Okay.
I think these are fly. I know they're in amazing shape. They're Adidas ZX 750s. And they are in dope shape. And they were $13. I paid up a little bit for them. But I got a feeling that these are going to sell good. I don't know. Y'all tell me. But they're fly. Fly.
I like the suede on them. They're nice. But what can you explain this to me? Babe.
Yeah.
It's one thing that I think you missed.
Oh, shit. I didn't.
So look, there's this rubber piece on this shoe. I don't quite know what it is, but it's not a shoelace.
I think it's supposed to be that way.
No.
Oh, man.
And then the other one has a shoelace.
Put your face on that.
Mom, it doesn't work like that. You have to figure out whether originally if it's supposed to have black lace or this rubber made thing.
You see, this is what happens when you're new and you're like in the rush and you just try to learn new things. You get shoes that have two different lace types in them.
It says Hickeys. What is this? Can anybody tell me what these rubber things are? It says Hickeys on it.
Somebody just
Let's see.
offered me. Look, you was just saying this shoe sale. Somebody just sent me an offer for a pair of shoes that I've listed. We're going to get to that. Hardest seekers to sell, and that's vintage. Adidas has a monster eBay store. Thank God for Grailed.
Look at that rubber.
We'll try. We'll try. It's an experience. We're going to experiment.
Hickeys make the shoe slip on. Oh.
Okay. So maybe I'll just find I'll just find new laces for them and get rid of the hickey stuff.
I'll put green laces. Really make it.
Green laces? Make them Jones super fly.
Mom, is it laces or lasers? Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
All right, we're good.
Find some black laces in no time. Got this.
Then we got these.
Ken's like, laces are $2.
So we got these right here.
God, they're brand new.
So these are like Jordan, like slip-on flex fit shoes. But let me tell
Nice
you.
for indoor like gym training, I think.
These Jones basically brand new.
And they look like they fit me.
Look at the bottoms of it. They're white.
I guess I'm keeping them.
And let me tell you though, these right here, they messed up on the price.
They sure did.
$2.99.
Laces are $2, but these were $2 too.
Yeah. So I see a couple of these exact pairs listed right now. $80, $100. Obviously, I'm not going to be able to get that much. I think those people are crazy. But I think I can maybe get, like $50 for these.
50.
Maybe a little bit more.
More like 65. Yeah.
So we're going to see. I mean, they're like a little. We might have to throw some tissue paper in these Jones because it looked like somebody sat on them. Like, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna get you some tissue papers.
Yeah, mold them. And
Kent says sell for 50, 70, 75.
No,
easy. Look,
65.
You see, look at this. Shout out Burgundy Sells.
Look
Just
at
sold
that.
some,
This
some
is
Cornware.
65. This is worth $25 right here.
We're
This
gonna
logo right here.
I feel like I could do like a little auction, like 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 89, 95.
Wait, somebody will give me $55 right now.
No. Josie will give 55 right now.
Well, I don't know if I will get 55 right now. I will get these for free. Thank
All
you.
Right. So that's the haul. Don't put it on top of the fruits.
Exactly. We're gonna be eating them.
All right. So we still got 61 people in the chat. All right. So now it's time to get semi-serious. Not serious, but like I'm gonna give you a little bit of like Pyrex breakdown for you guys. So Pyrex is one of our best sellers. And then
consistent sellers.
Yeah. So let me just pull this up really quick.
There's only one thing that I'd say that we really inspect is the bottom half of the Pyrex, like the bowl itself. We do a good job.
Oh no! Wait, I'm tripping. We
got.
I forgot.
I'm not done. We did get Pyrex things while we were out in Virginia on Saturday. I just wanted to remind him. Okay, show them.
Yeah. So this was like the whole transition into the next segment. So we did pick up some Pyrex while we were there too. So this is a refrigerator dish. Now,
the lid never stays put properly. It's just kind of loosey goosey, you know.
No, but the lid is in good shape. So now this is. I have to look into what this because sometimes it can be a primary blue is what this would be, and then other times it's a horizon blue. And I'm going to show you guys in a second how to determine, what the actual pattern that this belongs to is. But refrigerator dishes are great. If you find these in like some of the like patterns, it's absolutely like some of the gooseberry pink ones will sell for like $45, $50. So I've sold maybe 20 of these exact ones. And then and then we got this yellow Pyrex bowl right here.
What color yellow is it? Because there's two different yellows.
Yes, there's a bunch of different yellows. Now, I don't know how much you guys can really see this right now, but this bowl is pretty beat up. But it is salvageable. And so what we're going to do is we're going to film a new video where we show you guys how to clean Pyrex.
Yep.
What is actually, able to be fixed and what is not. Because the ultimate test is if you hold the Pyrex up to the light, you can, if there's you guys can't see, but if you hold it up to the light and you see where the light comes through,
and you see definite scratches and dots that are not yellow, are just clear white, like the inside of a bowl, it means that
that's a scratch.
It's a scratch.
You can't fix that.
Nope.
But a lot of times you'll see like all these like black or silver scratches on the Pyrex bowls.
Those can be removed. So
that one will be like part of the how we show you guys how we clean these. And so that's like we picked up those two bowls, and that's kind of like how we're gonna segue into two. Oh, here we go. We gotta check.
Wait.
We got a question.
No, how to get two Pyrex bowls unstuck.
Okay, so what I would do is I would probably use soap and water. Literally just like put like soap kind of on the inside of where the two bowls are connected, and then water, and then just kind of like do a little shimmy, 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 shimmy until it pops out.
I would do it differently.
Okay, Josie would do it differently.
I would use hot water for one.
That's what I said.
Did you say hot water or just water?
Maybe I just forgot the hot.
Okay, it has to be hot water. I would actually put it on its side for a little bit and soak it in hot water. Wait for about
this is
20 minutes. Turn it over and then try to bring it out.
Butter. Sometimes butter works too.
You think so?
Yeah, butter works sometimes.
Yeah, well,
but those you can use any of those, but I mean the Dawn and hot water is a good idea. Natalie Boone said barkeeper's friend.
Yeah, we use that.
So barkeepers is definitely clutch.
Definitely use that.
But the other one, I'll give you guys a little. There's a pun intended. A little
tidbit.
Peek into a little peek into our cleaning video. So there is this stuff called Peek that is probably the
it's the best thing to use to clean Pyrex, honestly. It's gentle for one, and I don't have to worry about scratching Pyrex on my own. And it actually gets the job done if you work on scratches in a circular motion with a dry cloth.
All right, yeah, we're gonna make a video and show them.
Okay.
You're giving away all the secrets.
I'm sorry.
They're not gonna want to watch the next video.
Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry, guys. Sorry.
Okay, so most collectible Pyrex pattern to look for. So
okay, this one. If you can find the most expensive Pyrex bowl out there, what is it called? Love.
You can't even remember?
Lucky and Love.
There you go.
All right, guys. If you can find Lucky and Love, don't post it. Just call me and send it my way.
So this is kind of like it. This is something. This is like the Grail. Okay, so you'll if you find this, you've literally struck gold. It's like the Picasso of Pyrex, you know. It's just the likelihood of you finding it is just highly unlikely. But if you want to know, this is the most expensive Pyrex bowl that you could find. Well, I'm assuming. So if you guys look at this right here. This is called Pyrex Lucky in Love. And it is this one right here sold for $9,000 December 6, 2018. So yeah, that's the Grail right there of Pyrex. It's
a pretty bowl. There aren't very many out there, and it's a promotional bowl that was made in 1959. So I mean,
yeah. So that right 9, there is that's the most like craziest one. But we
if you want to be realistic, I highly suggest looking for butter print.
Yeah, well, the butter print too, for sure. So first, I just wanted to show you guys, you know, if you guys want a little bit of like validation, like why should I listen to this crazy guy with a beard talking about Pyrex, right?
That's a good question.
Has others sold similar pricing? They range. Some I mean, that probably got into a bidding war. I'd say
4,000.
So I've seen them sell as cheap as, you know, in that good condition, like 1,600 is the cheapest. But I mean, it goes 3,000, 2,600, 4,200, 6,700. So like that $9,000 one is like.
But that's the most recent one.
Yeah.
The $4,000 ones were from like 2015, 2016.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's the most recent one. But yeah, if you go ahead and oh yeah, Jill, can you touch on how to pack them to mail them? if Bumcrack is still in here, if he could drop a link, the video kind of gives you a breakdown on how we pack and ship our breakables and collectibles. We have packed over 2,000 pieces, so hopefully that'll be helpful for you. But yeah, not one of those schemy like VHS tape things. Like that's legit. Like multiples have sold for thousands of dollars. But that was like that $9,000 one was the most recent and highest that it had been to. You think you could tell if I painted on the pattern?
Yes. Let's not try that.
Everybody was thinking about that. Let's all be honest. Everybody was pulling out the little paint kit and their blank Pyrex bowl. Like, let me do a little.
Have you heard of anybody making counterfeits?
Okay, so people don't make counterfeits, but I will tell you that people buy blank Pyrex dishes and put decals on them. Which is like really crazy, but like during like Halloween and stuff, you'll see a lot of those decal Pyrexes on the market. I mean, they're not trying to like, you know, bypass it as like a real Pyrex. I would not imagine. You know, Kent. You know, I understand. we the same in one, bro. We the same in one. So yeah, so. Before we continue going into more Pyrex, I want you guys to, you know, so you don't think like I'm just some crazy guy with a beard and who's kidnapped a beautiful woman and called her my girlfriend and started to sell Pyrex. We have some, you know, what do we call this? Credibility. Credibility. So I don't know if y'all ever heard of Bon Appetit magazine.
Bon Appetit
magazine, but they did an article on the best Etsy stores for hunting vintage Pyrex. As you can see, this article was written by Alex Beggs. It came out almost a year ago, and you'll go down here. Bung, the reliable over the years finds. While this collection is smaller, this is, you know, 60 to 70 pieces. There's a good variety and quality merch. No blurry business here. Everything is photographed straight on, which feels like you're having a confrontation with a casserole. Intense. I want this set of cherry flirtation mugs and this craft. So that article pretty much put us on the map as far as Pyrex sellers.
We were out of Pyrex after that article came out. It was like intense.
We ran out of Pyrex.
We ran out, and so we had to go hunting for more, and that was hard within itself.
Okay, so before everybody starts running out and buying Pyrex, don't buy clear Pyrex.
Yeah, that's not where it's
Don't buy clear brown Pyrex.
Nope, not where it's at.
Like, just don't do it because it's not the same as this Pyrex.
Let's show them the ones that they should look out for, like the mixing bowls, the primary colored ones, the butter print.
So what I'm gonna do is there is a oh yeah, that's the thing. It's like Pyrex is just like if you collect it and you love it, it's like,
and if you know how to take care of it,
yeah, for sure. And I mean,
the
thing is about what's the most expensive item you have shipped. I shipped like a $600 Wedgwood order once. That was like 9 pieces.
Yeah.
We have this guy named Marty down in Louisiana. He buys Pyrex from us all the time. He's bought like 12 Pyrex bowls at a time. He lives like in the cut in Louisiana,
like swampy land.
Yeah, like it's crazy. Like it's super expensive, but he's a great customer of ours, and he's bought like 6 to 9 bowls before.
He's consistent.
We have to like be careful as far as like, you know. Here we go. Another question. What platform charges you least amount for selling items that you sell? Also for shipping, do you use a printer or label printer? Do you use a company to save money on shipping? As far as like the charges, like they all kind of end up being the same one way or another, because it always, you know, like Etsy, you pay 20 cents to list it, right? And then it's like a 15% charge. And then like I pay for Etsy ads. So like in the end, it comes out to being like 20%, which is what Poshmark charges you. And people are starting to sell Pyrex on Poshmark. You know, as far as like Grailed seems to be pretty cheap as far as what I've been charged as far as those costs right now. And then the Mercari is your 20%, right? So in the end, they all kind of have the same sort of rate. Now, when I sell at the flea market too, selling at the flea market is great because you pay, you know, I pay $40 to set up on Sundays, and like I do really well at the flea market. I'm stoked because that's going to be coming up here soon. Hopefully by the end of the month, we'll set up our first setup.
That's true.
But we use a Brother thermal printer. I'm about to get my Amazon affiliate links all set up. I don't have that all set up right now, you know, the way my banking account, checking account set up, but I'm gonna get that taken care of. But yeah, we use a Brother thermal printer, and it saved my life because I literally spent like the first year and a half of reselling, writing out my own labels and paying full price.
That was rough.
I'm man enough to admit that was like, I didn't know, you know, I was new to the game. So now, you know, I've gained some more experience, and like, you know, now that I'm full time, I've only been full time. This is my first month of full time, just ended a couple of days ago.
Yeah.
So, and then so we use Pirate Ship for our shipping. So that's the answer to that 3-part question. So yes, flea market in Georgetown.
We do set up there. It's our favorite place to be. I mean, we do set up at DuPont Circle, but consistently we're always at Georgetown.
Yes. So we're at the Georgetown flea market. Hopefully in the fall, it's difficult for me to do Georgetown because I have my other podcast that is football, that is, you know, kind of takes up my Sundays. But starting hopefully about the end of this month, we'll be going on for all the way until football season starts.
Yeah.
Let me just pull this up really quick. Just in case you guys want to know, this is the link to, does that go into the chat? I don't know if I post my it does. So so that's the link to my football podcast if you guys are interested. But so that's why on Sundays during the fall I don't do that, because I'm kind of, how much is Etsy? Etsy is 20 cents to list, and that listing stays active for that 20 cents for 4 months, I believe. And then their percentage is 15% right now, I think. Did I win any fantasy leagues last year? No, I did not. None. I made the playoffs in 2, but I did not come home with the victory. I'm a former athlete, just in case y'all ain't know. I played football, basketball, and baseball in high school, so I'm a three-sport varsity letter, just in case y'all ain't know. I'm athletic. Jody, things are as expensive as the market allows it to go. Some things are much crazier than others. That Lucky Love Pyrex is insanity. $9,000 for one piece. Yeah, it's crazy. So anytime, let me tell you, one of the first things I remember learning, and I've always held it dear to, you know, keep it in mind no matter what I'm doing, no matter what I'm selling. Something is only worth what somebody's willing to pay for it. So, you know, the market's always going to change with everything. There's going to be ups and downs and dips and dives. So it's like, you know, for me, all I knew was selling. I didn't even know selling any of this stuff. It was like all brand new to me. Like I had a little bit of knowledge that I got from my mom and my dad, but I kind of like just dove in and did the research and put in the work. And so now we are where we are. And now I'm trying to learn more things, clothing, you know, electronics and stuff like that, because that's really how you brace yourself for the downfall of other markets. You know, like right now, uranium glass is high, but eventually that might come back down again. Same thing with Pyrex. Like some things I sit on a lot of like antiques and collectibles for a long period of time, but when they sell, the money is worth it, in the end. But it's just like it's a lot of work. So like the shoes and the clothes and the electronics and stuff like that. Like if I'm having a bad day on Etsy, I might sell something on Poshmark. I might sell something on Grailed. So into the Pyrex really fast, just because I know I had mentioned I was going to help you guys a little bit with Pyrex. The first tip I gave you guys, obviously stay away from all the clear glass. It's some people might be able to sell it. For me, it doesn't necessarily. I want nothing to do with it. I'm just going to be flat out honest with you. Like it just doesn't sell. But there is a website that I find to be extremely useful, and I think everybody should check it out. It is called pyrexcollector.com. So we're going to go ahead and browse this website a little bit with you guys, just to kind of help you guys know how I used this website when I first started. And, as far as gauging prices go, it's just like anything else. You have to do the comps on it. A lot of Pyrex, though, for me, I don't really put Pyrex on eBay because the market is not the same for Pyrex on eBay for me as it is on Etsy. I will definitely try my best to, maybe I'll put some pieces up on eBay, but right now Etsy does well for me as far as the Pyrex goes. So let's go ahead and take a look at this website. So this is the homepage right here, and it's got some cool stuff. It has like old ads and stuff right here. But for me, the first thing I want to do is the pattern browser. So this is what you guys really want to be looking out for, is learning the patterns. Okay, so you have like your standard patterns. These are going to be your standard patterns. Of the standard patterns, the best ones, like not necessarily the best ones, but the ones that are going to be like more valuable. This one is obviously you've seen in a bunch of my videos before. This is the butter print. Some people call it Amish. It comes in this turquoise and with the white print. It also comes in the white with the turquoise print.
Or pink.
Or if you could find it in pink, and my man Kevin, Commonwealth Picker, he has a video where he found a whole set of this. I can't believe it. It drives me crazy. I was going crazy when I saw that. In the orange, it's the same pattern, but it's white with orange print. And that set can sell for anywhere between $350 and $500. So keep a lookout for the butter print. This one right here, this is gooseberry. Also comes in black and yellow, but the more popular one is going to be the white and pink colors of that. You also have the friendship pattern. This is a definite one to look out for. You'll see this pattern on the bowl itself as well. This one sells pretty well for me also. This is the Horizon Blue. Those sell really well also. This one is a newer one, but if you can find the right pieces of it, it sells really well. This is a Colonial Mist.
I have a snowflake.
Yeah, snowflakes are always good too. This is just you'll see these in all different colors too. And then this is Snowflake Garland. These sell also really well. And then you have like, your other patterns that are just Butterfly Gold. Now, Butterfly Gold for some people is not a high value point, but it is volume, a high volume sell. So those do sell a lot as far as volume goes. So yeah, I would just familiarize yourself with these patterns. And then as far as when you're looking for quality, we'll go over that in a second. I showed them Snowflake Garland. So then you have your limited edition. Now, these are the ones that if you find you're going to make some money.
The barcode one is by far the one that I've been looking for.
Yeah, this
every single time.
barcode is crazy. If you find that one, you're in the money. These ones right here too are earth tones, and then the dots. This one, I've sold these before. These are great ones to find as well. And then you have your pinks. Pinks are really valuable also. Flamingo is what they would call them. These are your primary colors right here.
Wait, I don't think that's the primary.
This is the new primary.
That's the new one, right? That's the vintage. The older one is that one.
Yeah. And then this one right here is this is like the first set that Pyrex put out. So those are always good too. Then you have your non-standard ones. These are also ones that you really want to be on the lookout for. I'm not going to go through all of them, obviously, but you can see, like, get an idea. Like, this is a very important website. This one right here.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
I love this one.
Yeah.
So, and you'll see them come with these other lids too. Like, if you find just these lids, those are definitely worth picking up too, just the lids.
And we have this one.
We sold it.
Oh, we sold it? Shoot.
Yeah, we picked this one up at a flea market in Pennsylvania.
It's a promotional one.
Yeah. So yeah, you can see there's like so many. I mean, this is like we had this. I found this lid, just the lid, and I sold the lid by itself for $50. This one right here is a super dope one. If you can find that, like, that's worth a lot. And then you have even more specials. These are the ones that I was telling you about that Commonwealth picker found. Those are just, he found a whole set of that.
A butterprint orange?
At a yard sale, and he paid like $1 for it. So yeah, so this is going to be where you find all your patterns. It's a great resource. Then the next important thing, just, as far as this initial class goes, is the model numbers will help you as far as listing goes. And you can find the model numbers on the bottom of the Pyrex dishes. And this website gives you the name for each model number on there. So that's definitely a huge help as far as all that goes. So I wonder how many questions, if there's any questions or anything like that in here. Yeah, so that's basically like the site that you guys all need to look for as far as Pyrex. It's definitely a huge help. Now, as far as the quality goes, remember the light test, the deep scratches are going to affect value. It's rare you'll see Pyrex chipped because it's just so well made.
But it's also common to see Pyrex destroyed.
Yeah, dishwasher damage.
I just don't understand. Don't you ever do that. Okay.
So yeah, so you want to look out, make sure that the surface is still smooth and it hasn't had any dishwasher damage. You'll see, like, I've seen people literally put Pyrex bowls that have the pattern completely missing and list them. And I am flabbergasted. I've been to yard sales, I've been to flea markets, and I've seen people trying to sell them. And I'm just like, you're on crack. That's all there is to it. Like, it's insane. So just be careful when you're purchasing them.
Really take your time to look through it.
And it's super important. So
yeah.
Is there anything that Pyrex collectors miss that you know of that one should look for? I don't know if I quite understand the question, but I mean, like, the thing that's really good about Pyrex is that it's a very collectible line of products, because they make, these patterns and they make them in these sets. So it's like, what you're looking for and what you need to finish a collection. No way you say flabbergasted. I'm educated though. But so yeah, so that's just a little introduction, because I wanted to give you guys something to get started with, besides just like me, like, trying to tell you guys how to do this, because you're only going to learn by going out and doing it. So, like, this is something that is like a model that will help you, get started in selling Pyrex because it is totally worth it. Yeah, in the description you can find a link to all the sites that I sell on. But that's just, hey, my man, one of the Canadians. I see all 3 Canadians in here tonight. Cliff, my man Jody, my man Chris, all stopped by to say hello. Bumcrack, I'm sure he's been dropping links all night, and I appreciate that, Bumcrack. But yeah, we are just we're gonna get cracking on these glasses and session videos real soon. It's just been a little hectic right now because Josie and I are gearing up for our trip to Ghana. I'm super stoked about that. So we're going to get this video on how to clean Pyrex up. That's going to be one of the first videos to kind of help you guys because I know that I've passed up on Pyrex bowls because I thought that they were gone,
but they weren't.
And then I've bought bowls that I thought I could salvage, but I couldn't. So it's it's a game, and I love a good challenge. But we're gonna go ahead and wrap this up because we're both hungry and we're gonna eat foods that we're allowed to eat.
Foods that have been prepared by my mother. On the menu we have salmon that has been seasoned with coconut milk.
And it's got that nice little tangy, spicy teriyaki on there that you put on. What is that?
No, this one's garlic based. It's not ginger based. Yeah.
Hey,
Ace.
is here. Come here, bud.
Hey, Bubba.
Oh,
Come here, Bubba.
Where you going?
Ace, come here.
the dog just the dog just came in. You gotta say,
Oh,
he's all
you gotta
over.
say hi.
Hey, bud.
Okay.
Hey.
You want to say hi to everyone?
You want to say hi?
You say hi?
Hey.
Say hi.
This is Ace. And he's back. And he's crazy. Say hi. Whoa, hey. All right, he's gone. So yeah, once again, we really want to thank you guys very much. This is only our second live, and shout outs to everybody that's in here. You guys already know how much I appreciate everything. The support is overwhelming. We have been growing, and that is thanks to people like you guys who have, shown us support, have given us knowledge, have, shared our videos, watch our videos, and we can't thank you guys enough. I'm going to do it every live because we do really appreciate it. We just hope that we are giving back as much as we have received because that's what it's all about in this community. I'm not here to try and sell you guys any hopes or dreams or packages of information. I'm just here to share knowledge because I'm a firm believer that knowledge is worthless if it's not shared with others. So that is everything. Come on, Ken. You couldn't get through the whole show without saying anything?
Still waiting, guys. So because you're having this huge trip over to Ghana to visit my family members, I'm, praying that something happens there, but you never know.
But I'm a check. I can't bring an engagement bringing you to a foreign country. Can you imagine that thing losing, getting lost in customs?
Of course you can. You're just making excuses.
That sounds like a movie script right there.
No one's laughing.
Maybe he's going to Sierra Leone.
Shoot, if he gets the diamond in Ghana.
All right.
So Ghana, it was primarily historically its natural resource was gold. That was before De Beers came in and just monopolized and bought up all the gold. Same thing goes with diamonds. So it's cheaper. I don't want to say cheaper. It's inexpensive in comparison to buying a ring here. You can get one there, but I'm not even opposed to the idea of getting a lab-made ring. you know, I'm just patiently here waiting for the ring.
It's gonna come, I promise.
You better hurry up.
All right. Thank you guys very much. And we're gonna end this show with our new saying. Like we sell other things in glass, but this is glass stuff that is kind of our thing. So we're gonna say glass dismissed.
No, you didn't.
I didn't do it right. Glass dismissed. No.
It's
Glass dismissed. What about
okay.
this? Glass dismissed.
Okay, that's fine.
Glass dismissed.
Okay.
This is what
Glass.
That's enough.
All right, everybody. Thank you very much once again. Y'all have a good one. It's time to grind. Tommy is not lying. I'm about to get to listing. I got all these dress shirts to list.
And I'm about to go to sleep.
Yeah, you got work in the morning.
I got work in the morning, guys.
All right. Thank you guys very much. Peace.
Bye.